Hello, how's it going? And welcome back to Purple Tiger Racing. Today we begin our HAAS Road to Glory. Can we bring this team back from being back markers to midfield or potentially even fighting for podiums in a championship? We're going to find out. So anyways, this video is an amalgam of the 3 practice sessions and qualifying, and I tried to keep it as short as possible.
Hey, welcome to the team.
And
I'm your head of R&D.
I think it's around 27 minutes.
Please make yourself at home.
For anybody who
We're going to be
wants to
using
just
it
watch
pretty regularly
the race
over the coming
footage,
months,
or
so
me driving the
spend some time to
car,
get
that
familiar
starts
with
at
it. You should be able
4:19.
to access everything from
I
messages
figured
to
I would
vehicle
leave
development.
some of the things that go on for the race weekend up for those who don't know what happens in the game. Basically, you get a user interface here, and you can pick what you want to do, the sessions. This I'm just going over email. They're going to give you the track layout, developments, what's been completed, what's in the works. Jeff's going to give us the weather forecast briefly, eventually. Yeah, so it's looking like we're in the desert in Bahrain, so it's going to be looks like a dry race and a dry qualifying. So that's always good. Then some encouraging words from Gunther. And you can click through to see, the emails, your driver rivalry. We don't have one right now. How the car's doing. These are some of the developments we have that will be available in the next few weeks. I think we will have them in time for the next race. Condition of our car, where we're at performance-wise. We're at the bottom. That's going to change as I'm in charge of doing the R&D on the car. I think I just cycle through some more emails. And I only had 2 laps worth of practice footage. One of them was an out lap, and one of them was me dinging up the car. So I decided to get rid of it. You didn't really miss much. I ended up meeting all our goals except for one. So I just didn't think it was pertinent to put 2 minutes of me doing an out lap. So, like I said, rate the
This first race of the season is always quite difficult
driving
for us
footage begins
trackside,
at 4
and
minutes
for
and
those back
19
at the factory as
seconds.
well, as it's the first time the car has run since
So when
winter
you
testing.
start your practice,
The
they
more
put you in the
consistent
car,
mileage you
and
can
then you
get
can
in these
click
sessions,
onto
the happier we'll be.
the screen on the left. Tells you all the things you should have been doing, practice programs, what kind of tires you want to put on the car, that sort of thing. And then the one on the right is usually the timing and who's on the track and where. So here we start practice session 2. And I think I accidentally edited out the... You can either, in practice session 2, you can either go to the track or do quick practice. I accidentally cut the footage for the quick practice. We managed to meet all but one of our goals, so we have a good bank of resource points we'll be able to bring with us when we finish this race. If we finish this race. I think if you wreck the car or if you don't finish the race for whatever reason, you lose whatever resource points you got that you were able to get in the practice sessions. Now, I'm not going to talk too much during the race footage, but it's worth noting that as I went on in the practice sessions, I got more comfortable with this particular car. I made some tweaks to the setup, and my times were improving. there's still a couple areas on the track that are I'm still working on. Turn 1 and that decreasing radius hairpin going into the middle straight section. That's not really sure where my braking should be on that. So do some more practice and hopefully clean it up for the race, and I'm hoping to have the first race finished this weekend. It's March 13th, Sunday. Hoping to have the race footage done and edited and up within the next few days, all things willing. And I think I made mention in one of my other videos about one of the issues with this car is the putting the power down. If you get into it a little much, until we get some more upgrades on the car, it's real easy to get the back end loose. So I'm wondering if I do some calibration on my pedals, if that will help. And that's going to be maybe another video that I shoot before I do the actual race. So be on the lookout for that one, as I'll probably spend some time doing either 5-lap races or time trial. And I'll show step by step for at least how I'm going to do it on my setup, which is a Thrustmaster T300 RS and the TLCM load cell pedals. And I got my setup for this car off of the time trial mode on the game. I don't necessarily think that's the best for an entire race. It's probably okay for qualifying. So I tweaked it a little bit in terms of downforce for the entirety of the race versus, you know, doing 1 or 2 laps on a decent set of tires with low fuel. This section of the track right here should be all out 6 through that little S, and you should be able to hit both the left-hander and the going into this S and the right-hander coming out of the S at 4, and you should be glued to the track. At least you are in any other car or the My Team car, but this one I might have to add more downforce in the future, which is kind of nuts because we're almost running Monaco level downforce. I think I'm running 9 and 10, 9 front, 10 back. There were a few laps that I felt I actually hooked it up well. Oh, and the reason I mainly did the stint, the third practice session was on the softs was because I ran the first practice session in medium and hard for the practice programs, and then I didn't actually get the car out on the track at all during the second practice session. So I kind of wanted to find out what the pace was going to be on the softs. I think I'm going to be learning a whole new level of finesse with this car throughout this Road to Glory series. Because it's really easy to put this car in places you shouldn't be. It's kind of amazing how well Mick and Nikita did with this particular car in the 2021 season. And I understand this is just a video game, but if this is how the cars behave in real life relative to one another, the car is easily a couple seconds slower than your competitors in a straight line, and it doesn't want to corner all that well, at least now in the beginning with the car as they give it to you. But that's going to change with the upgrades. That's if I make it the whole season. They may fire me halfway through, which would be interesting, because I'm not sure, but I could get sent down to F2, and that'd be kind of an interesting portion of the Road to Glory series. Yeah, as you can see, the speed trap speed is going up, and that basically means I'm kind of sorting my braking point out for turn one, or at least I'm getting more brave into how long I'm waiting to get on the brakes. So like I said, we're seeing some improvement here. Not much, but I'm going to take what I can get for right now. And this is a perfect way to lose a second worth of improvement. Yep. Not only are we going to lose a second, we're just going to invalidate the whole lap. I think I go back into the pits here, and I think I put on the other set of softs, and I think I go out and do a few more laps. This is my second take on editing this whole video, and it's been a while since I actually had to do a lot editing of this level, so this video is a little bit longer than I want it to be, but I did try to cut out anything that wasn't pertinent. I tried to keep as much racing footage in as possible, so I'm pretty sure the majority of my videos are not me driving the car, and I kind of wanted to establish that I could at least get the car around the track a couple times. This hairpin's a little touchy, at least with this car too. you touch the curbs the wrong way, you're going for a ride. I think this ends up being my best lap. I think we end up picking up 8/10 or so.
Okay, just want to remind you to keep an eye on your tyre temperatures, which you can do on the temperature panel of the MFD. We monitor carcass temperature and surface temperature, and you'll get the best performance when they're both inside a normal operating window. Surface temps tend to fluctuate faster, so try a few laps with the data open and get a feel for how to control it.
I don't think anything else happens there, so we go into qualifying. Here we go. Let's see what we can do. A little wide there. That's the make it or break it hairpin right there. So that's our banker lap. That wasn't a bad lap. That was fairly smooth. And I think I only had one lap of fuel left. Jeff probably said that. I have all the commentary on the game.
Our best lap
right
so
now,
far
as
is
I'm
a
doing
1
it
minute
on this, so
36.9.
I'm pretty sure I came back into the pits and I'm setting the car up to do a few laps. And I think I might have changed the tires. Or maybe I stayed with those tires and I think I go back out one more time on a fresh set. Oh, I'm not sure why, but I ended up restarting the session. I didn't like something about the first attempt at qualifying. Not sure why. as this, I did this a few weeks ago, and I'm just now getting to editing it. So I redid it. But I left it. I know that I did that, but I left it in because I wanted to see how I improved time-wise, and I wanted to show you guys how what improvements happened, if any. And that's not a good way to improve, by going wide into this turn. I don't know if I said this already, but in the next race or two, I'll probably turn the race line off, but I might leave the corners in. And the only reason I really have it on is to see where I might start my braking point. And with more practice, hopefully the line comes off all the way. But for this video, and for this race, we'll be having the race line on. Oopsie. So I managed to spin it without damaging the car. So I finished this lap, and I think we go for one more before coming in for another set of tires and fuel.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Although the Delta's not showing it, I feel like this is a more well-rounded lap. Maybe I'm just not on it. Or at least maybe I wasn't on it in the first sector.
Our best lap so far is a 1:36.3.
So long story short, coming to the pits, get some more fuel, put another set of tires on. And this lap's looking pretty good. And I think this is my last lap because I'm pretty sure I invalidated the first lap before this. I had just enough time to do 2 laps. Invalidated the first, as you can see from the red. And we're going pretty good now.
Okay, there's 2 minutes left in this session and we're in the drop zone. We need a quick lap or that's qualifying over for us.
Let's see if I make it to the second round of qualifying. So we do not make it out of Q1. That's okay. I feel like there's a lot of time to be made up. But that's all for this one. We'll see you at the race. Have a good day.